Previously on the Ron Van Dam Show.
Should we go out to eat? I'm thinking about hair extensions. Ooh, that makes no sense. Stop playing with me. All right, here we go.
And now, today's episode.
On the air everywhere, this is New England Broadcasting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Oh my goodness. Hey, welcome to the program. I am Ron Van Dam. This is the Ron Van Dam Show. I don't know what else you want from me. I don't know what you want. I pour my heart out each and every weekday for you so that you can listen to this thing. Doesn't cost you a dime. I don't know what you want from me anymore. Not even a thank you note. Nothing. On my birthday, not even a candle from you. Nothing. I don't understand it. You don't even bake me bread. You don't even go as far as to break. I can't even talk anymore. It's total disappointment. You're a total disappointment. Oh, listen to me. Listen to me wheeze. I still have this wheezing thing going on. I'm fine. Thank you for your many cards and letters. Thanks. And your many hospital visits. Thank you very much. No, I'm fine. It's just this nagging cough. You've probably had this during the winter or the early spring or the late lunar eclipse. I don't know when you've had, but everybody's had this little cold. It starts as a little cold or allergies. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows the difference between a cold and an allergy. It's the same symptoms. No one, I even went to my doctor at one point. This is years ago. I had a cold years ago, and it just wouldn't go away. And I went to my doctor, and I said, "Look, I've had this thing for months." And she says to me, "Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a cold or an allergy, whatever." She said, "Whatever" to me. She said, doctors aren't supposed to use the phrase "whatever." Actually, that's a lie. She didn't say whatever. I just assumed she did. It was years ago. I don't remember. I don't even know what I had for dinner last night. Give me a break. All right. Here's something weird. I get an envelope in yesterday's mail, and this is true. It's a plain white envelope. It has no return address, and the address label to me is something that's printed on one of those sticky things that you put on the... it's not, it's just like... In other words, probably like billions of these were sent out with no return address. And when Ron gets something in the mail, and I talk about myself in the third person here, when Ron gets something in the mail that has no return address, he gets suspicious. Yeah, what are they trying to pull now? Yeah, I get suspicious with all this telemarketing crap, phone calls from nobody, from robots. Come on, man. I don't know if you noticed it, but I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. So robots are calling me. Seriously, I never thought I'd see the day when robots would be calling me. Hey, Ron, do you want to go out to dinner and then go to a hotel room and have some sex with me? I'm getting solicitations from robots now. Oh, man. So I get this thing in the mail. It's from nobody, and here's what it says. And I'll read it to you because I think it's a good warning for everybody. I thought this stuff had stopped, to be honest with you. Here's what it says. Dear prospective partner, that means, see, they're not addressing it to me. That means there are millions of these went out. You may get one as well. It's from Maria Teresa Bassons, Bassons. She lives in Spain. She has her email here. It's a Gmail account, and she has a telephone number in Spain. And she says, I am Mrs. Maria Teresa Bassons, Executive Director and Head at a vault of a financial and security institute here in San Sebastian, Spain. I have secured business proposal for you, which requires the utmost discretion. Please understand, for security reasons, I withheld some personal data until I confirm your willingness to partner. Oh my God, what is this? She says, I am contacting you based on a financial opportunity I have discovered here in our bank. It's about an abandoned sum of 12.5 million US dollars in our safety deposit vault that belongs to one of our foreign customers, a citizen of your country, Ron, that shares the same surname with you. Wow, what a coincidence! Even though you don't put my name in the letter, what a coincidence that is. We share the same surname. What's our surname? Prospective partner? Is that what it is? A person who has the same surname as you do died along with his entire family on April 19th, 2015 in a ghastly car accident in Zaragoza, Spain. Wow. That's amazing. She goes on to explain that the money can't be released unless it's someone in the family name. Since I have the same surname, I can get the money out. Upon your acceptance to cooperate, I agree that 45% of this money, or $6 million, will be for you, and 50% for me, and 5% for any expenses incurred during the transaction. Please note that I have only discussed this with my husband. For time difference and confidential reasons, I strongly advise that you communicate with me via my husband's contact details above. This should be done firstly via fax or phone. Immediately get in touch with me, and I will be able to confirm on how this could be concluded. In conclusion, it is my concern to demand your ultimate honesty, cooperation, and confidentiality to enable us to conclude this transaction. Please keep this very confidential. Oh, I will. I won't say a word of it on the radio. And do not discuss it with anybody. Oh, no, I didn't. I guarantee that this process will be executed under a legitimate arrangement that would legally protect you from any breach of law. Thank you and God bless you. See you in prison, probably. I threw in the see you in prison, probably. So this is obviously an old school scam. Old school scam. And when I read it, I laughed. I found it to be a very humorous little piece of literature. But then, ladies and gentlemen, I stopped in my tracks. And I realized I have an ounce of intelligence. Hard for you to believe, but it's true. But how many people in this country have no ounces of no intelligence? That's a lot of people. A lot of them are Trump supporters. So, and especially, what if you're financially destitute and you find this to be your way out? Well, I become very concerned for my fellow man because, yeah. What happens is, inevitably, if you're familiar with these scams, is that you somehow get in touch with them. They are not from Spain. It's usually Nigeria or something like that. Some African country where they breed scams for some reason. And what they start doing is asking you to send some money to them to help this transaction along and all that kind of crap. And then you end up spending and sending money to them eventually, and you get nothing in return, and you've been scammed, and you've lost your money, and there's no way to contact these people whatsoever at that point. That's the easy explanation of it. I haven't received one of these in like decades, so I feel special now. I'm at the top of the list. Excuse me for coughing in your face. Anyway, that's your scam alert. Just make sure that your family and your close loved ones know that this stuff is still going around. And I'm not talking about the cough. I'm talking about the letter. Okay. Scams still exist. I still get phone calls from Microsoft, which I know Microsoft likes to call people on the phone all the time and say, there's something wrong with your computer. Call this number immediately or your computer will be shut down. And you do that, and you let them get access to your computer, and then they put diseases and viruses and coughs into your... It's just like, you know what the rule is, ladies and gentlemen? I know you were brought up in a Catholic church, and I know you were told to trust people. We are a community of human souls, and we are all good people inside. Some of us have been led astray by various social interactions, but inside we are all children of God, and we are all good. Or you are all good souls. Embrace your fellow man, and put your trust in their hands, in good fellowship. And then you get screwed for thousands of dollars, and all of a sudden you say to yourself, I don't know if this theory's working for me. In the womb, when I was in my mother's womb, I realized don't trust anybody, including this woman that's carrying you right now, Ron. Don't trust it. People have to earn your trust. You don't give it to them just because they're people. So, buyer beware. That's you. Beware. Beware.
You are listening to The Ron Van Dam Show, but you need to know that it's okay. We all make mistakes, and we must learn to forgive ourselves. The universe wants us to be happy, whether or not we listen to The Ron Van Dam Show. Nothing is forever, including The Ron Van Dam Show. You will be fine. The universe will try to forget about this one.
Where am I? Oh, hi. Ooh. You know, there's no reason why we can't just chill. I constantly try to meditate, and it doesn't work. My mind just is too full of stuff. I try to clear my mind, but I can't. I can't. It's just full of stuff. That's why I'm starting Ron Van Dam's Mind Drainage Systems. For $2,000 and a free canvas bag, I will blow your mind. Do you have a private drainage system at your house, private sewer? About once every 5 years, you have to have the sewage sucked out of the ground and keep that septic tank clean. Well, I said to myself one day, when I was watching Shark Tank, what product can I invent that would do the same? And then I thought, I can't clear my mind. What if there was a device or a system that could totally clear my mind of all its raw sewage, just like pumping out a septic tank? And then I came up with it. It's Ron Van Dam's mind-blowing sewage drainage system for the mind. What happens is, I send people over to your house. They don't clean out your drain, they clean out your mind. They sit you in a chair, and they suck the life out of you. I send people over who have verbal diarrhea. They don't shut up. They'll sit and talk at you for hours to the point where you'll throw them out of your house. And you'll say to them, "Get out of my house." And then your mind is clear. You've forgotten your own problems. Everything is like a rose garden. I have successfully blown your mind and sucked out everything from it. It's the Ron Van Dam Blow Your Mind Sewage Drainage Mind System, available only here on this program. You're welcome. I often think the only way to solve problems is to make it so bad that when it's over, you just feel so totally relieved. I use the example in my drainage system of someone who just doesn't shut up, and that you can't get rid of them. They just keep talking at you and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I went down the road and they just don't shut up, and then eventually they have to leave, and they're gone. And you say to yourself, "Oh my God, what a breath of fresh air that person has left." And that is a cleansing feeling. Again, you forget your own problems. The only thing that you know is that that annoying person just left, just went away. And now you're clear and free of them. Oh, you breathe deeply. You can think again. Everything has been sucked out of you by this negative speaking, annoying person. And they have just left you. It's a freeing feeling. Try it sometime. Call up somebody who just drains the hell out of you. And let them drain you. Let them just rid you of every fiber of your body. It works. I'm going on Shark Tank next Sunday. I'm going to have the sharks invest in my mental drainage system. I know. We're going to speak to our guest now. And when we come back, there'll be a very special surprise for you that I have not yet figured out what it is.
First, they put jalapenos on your hamburger, but that wasn't hot enough. Then came habaneros, but still, that wasn't hot enough. Next came the ghost pepper, and still, that was not hot enough for you. Well, buckle up, tough guy, because Burger Guy thinks you're not man enough to handle the heat of our new, sweet, flaming mother of heaven. What the f*** did you assholes do to my hamburger burger? Featuring two of Burger Guy's signature paper-thin patties topped with an experimental hot sauce made from a concentrated hot pepper extract that has only been approved for military use by North Korea. This burger will burn a hole through every inch of your intestines and then slap your mama on its way out for good measure. This burger is so hot they wouldn't let us test it on prisoners. Death row prisoners. But for a limited time, you can try your luck at your local Burger Guy. If you're not a complete pussy.
All purchases of the sweet flaming mother of heaven, what the f*** did you assholes do to my hamburger burger, must be pre-approved by a certified attorney at law with proper notification of next of kin. Sweet flaming mother of heaven, what the f*** did you assholes do to my hamburger burger must not be consumed within 500 yards of schools or within 1,000 yards of open flame. All Burger Guy franchisees reserve the right to ignore cries for mercy or requests for immediate medical attention.
Good morning, Ron. Sandy Rogers.
Hi, Sandy. This is Sandy Rogers, leader of Franklin Covey's loyalty practice, and I love the phrase loyalty practice. It kind of feels comfortable to me. Explain what this is.
Well, I spent most of my career, Ron, at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, And when I retired, I had the good fortune of helping Franklin Covey to launch a loyalty practice with the idea of helping other companies get better at earning the loyalty of their customers like we did at Enterprise.
Perfect. It's perfect. It's shocking to us in the public how many companies disregard this part of business.
Well, it is. I mean, so much has been written about the importance of loyalty, about the economics and of course, it's obvious that we want loyal customers. We also want loyal colleagues, the people we work with every day. But we decided to write a book to actually help people get this loyalty that we all want so much, not just in business, but in our personal lives as well.
Yeah, that's true. Well, even the president has a thirst for loyalty, but apparently
he does.
But apparently he's not going to get it. But anyway, that's besides the point. I personally, to be honest with you, and I think most people I know, they kind of stay with organizations that have their back all the time and that treat them nicely and treat them well. And price is not always the top consideration.
It really is exactly right. Think of the organizations that we're loyal to as consumers, and it has to do a lot with how they make us feel. Do we walk away from interactions with the organization and feel like, wow, these people really have empathy for me. They really are taking responsibility for helping me get what I'm trying to get done. Are they generous with me, with my time?
What's coming up here, Sandy, is that I don't know how old you are, but I'm a little bit past the middle part, considerably actually. And I remember a time where my transactions and my relationships were with people. And oddly enough, I have to really search to find any kind of business customer relationship with something other than a computer or a recording. And I miss talking to people when we're having a business relationship. It just doesn't happen anymore.
Isn't that interesting? And the most successful companies in building loyalty understand the power of people in earning our loyalty.
Oh my God!
The difference between a good and a great experience comes down to how people feel about their interactions with us, whether it's in person or it's online or over the phone.
I know. Remember the days you used to call a company and someone would pick up the phone and say, "Hello, how can I help you?" I said, "Wow, that doesn't happen at all anymore, anywhere."
But companies that use technology to make it easier for us to work with them, the best also have, for example, I use Amazon a lot.
Yes.
And 99% of the time I'm using the app, I'm using the website.
Yes, true.
Occasionally, though, I'll have a problem. I call and I actually spoke to a human being, and the service I got was incredible.
Wow.
And so it's nice to know that if you ever have a problem, there is that human being who will answer the phone and we'll take ownership for it and fix it.
Yeah. And see, that's what I don't understand, because the economy is supposed to be really, really good and everybody's supposed to be employed now. And yet I still can't get anybody to help me person-wise in most problems with a company. I just I don't understand. When I call places, they say we're experiencing a higher than usual call volume. Please hold, your wait could be a bit extended. Please go to our website where there's no people and resolve your problem there. It's like, wow, what happened to all the people that were hired for stuff? Where are they?
And then that is certainly frustrating. Companies like Southwest Airlines, Enterprise, Chick-fil-A, American Express, but these organizations, do they get it perfect all the time? No, but they get it right a much higher percentage of time than the average company, because they understand that we've got to make people available. And when they're serving customers, the goal is to create a promoter, to have that person walk away and feel like, wow, these people are amazing. Yeah. And the principles that we talk about in this book, they come down to empathy, responsibility, and generosity. Are the people empowered to do those things with customers?
Yeah. Let's talk about the book itself. And one would think this is only for businesses, like a manual of customer service for businesses. But as you said at the top of our conversation, kind of filters into our personal lives too.
And no question. I mean, we want loyalty from our customers and colleagues, but we especially want loyalty from our friends, our family. And the principles for earning loyalty are exactly the same in all of these, parts of our lives.
Yeah. And the book goes through that, and I don't know. I found it kind of made me comfortable, like somebody else gets it. Is really what I got out of it. I think I connected to you because, like, well, here's somebody who understands what I'm going through.
And when we wrote this book and explained these principles, some people would say, "Well, hold on, Ron. I mean, I learned these things in kindergarten."
Yeah.
And we did. But just because they're common sense, unfortunately, they're not common practice, as you just said, in so many of our interactions today.
That's right.
And so why is that? Well, it's because people are busy. And in this endless pursuit for efficiency and cost savings, we lose sight of the power of just treating people, with empathy, with responsibility, so that they feel like, wow, these people actually care about me. Yeah. And it's not just the human interactions, it's also in the technology that companies design, the policies they put in place to serve customers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The book is called Leading Loyalty, Cracking the Code to Customer Devotion. It's available everywhere. What if we wanted to follow you and what you're doing and get some more insight into the book?
You can find me at franklincovey.com, Sandy Rogers, on LinkedIn. Would welcome any comments people have about the book.
Cool.
The idea behind the book was not just to explain these principles, but to show the processes that go with each one. So, for example, it's easy to say empathy, but we break it down into, well, first you've got to make a genuine human connection with people. So, a script isn't going to get it done. People have to feel like that you're actually genuine. And then we've got to listen to learn their story so we get a sense of how they're feeling. And so often we don't take the time to do that. And if you don't know my story, you can't have empathy for me.
Right. True. Yeah, that's true. Although sometimes, very quickly, sometimes I get phony relationships on the phone where the customer service rep will say, well, our computer system is slow. Hold on a second. How's the weather there in Boston? And it's all, as soon as they say that, it's like, okay, I understand what you're doing. I'll go along with it. We'll talk about the weather for a minute. But I mean, let's brush up on our on our genuine skills here.
You're right. Nothing's more frustrating than I called the cable company, and then after waiting for 15 minutes, then they read some script to me about how much they appreciate me being a customer for 2.5 years, and then they repeat, and then they say, so the reason you're calling is because your system isn't working. Is that correct, Mr. Rogers? Yes. Can we get to my problem?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Hey, it's an interesting book, and everybody should pick it up. Leading Loyalty, Cracking the Code to Customer Devotion. He's Sandy Rogers. Sandy, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Ron, thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye. Well, there you go. There you go. I hope you're satisfied now. See what you've done? Oh, man. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new show. Until then, I wish you peace.